In this video, we're going to talk about and highlight the newest creation of the Les Exclusifs by the house of Chanel. Of course, the newest Comete by Chanel, or translated to English, Comete. Let's see if this fragrance is something that you should really look forward to trying or checking out or even adding to your collection. If you guys want to know everything about the newest Les Exclusifs Comete, stick around. It's coming up next. Today we're going to talk about a brand that is near and dear to my heart, which is one of the most famous brands of the world. You know, it's up there with your Dior's, your Yves Saint Laurent's. Of course, we're talking about Chanel. Chanel is synonym of exclusivity, of class, of sophistication. It has been this way for the decades. And of course, I myself have tried many fragrances from this line, including some of my all-time favorites that I still wear to this day from their signature line, such as the original L'Homme, created in 1999. Of course, from the Les Exclusifs itself, I have my favorites, and I think my top two favorites will have to be 𝗔𝗔 and 𝗔𝗲𝗏. But this is a brand that when you do talk about Chanel, people stop and listen. So let's talk about Comete, which is basically their newest Les Exclusifs launch for 2024. I did do a first impressions in this fragrance, and at that first impression, this fragrance didn't really capture, for lack of a better word, my nose or my inspiration for this fragrance. But as I wore this more and more, has my opinion changed? Let's find out. This is a full review. I'm going to share with you today my full thoughts on the scent, how it smells, if it compares to anything out there, if it's worth your time and money, if I like it, if I don't like it. And by the way, if you guys have tried this fragrance yourself, please sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this fragrance. But without any further ado, let's hop into the full review. We're going to start things off with the presentation. As you know, with the Chanel line, everything is very minimalist, especially with their private blend, quote unquote, Les Exclusifs, which translates to the exclusives. This is Comete, and Comete is basically the newest addition to their Les Exclusifs collection. It comes in two main sizes. By the way, I'm going to pop the bottle here on screen along with the box. Very minimalist, black and white, chic box. The bottle itself, again, minimalist, clear, transparent glass, very well made, fits your hand perfectly. This is the 6.8 or 200 ml, which retails for $500 USD, but you also have the option of trying to, you know, if you don't want to go with this big bottle, you can actually pick up a 75 ml, which will run you guys $325 USD. Clear bottle, white label with black print. This is an eau de parfum concentration. You have the beautiful, you know, not too heavy, but nice black cap. Chanel, the insignia of Chanel is also in the actual inside of the cap, outside in white. These are magnetic, not a great magnetic cap, but it is a magnetic cap. Sprayers are absolutely monstrous and beasts in these freaking bottles. They're one of the best in the game. And Comete basically is going to be a cherry blossom and iris type of a fragrance. So that captured my attention right from the get-go. Number one, it's a Chanel new release, so I want to try, of course. Number two, it's going to be cherry blossom, which cherry, as we know, is a note that's been very in over the last few years. And of course, iris is a very favorite fragrance note in the fragrance world out there. And yours truly really loves the note of iris. I think the note of iris, depending on how it's paired up, it makes for a great, sophisticated, elegant, captivating note. So let's break this down. And the nose for Comete was actually Olivier Poge, which is the in-house perfumer for Chanel. So the air smells pretty good right now. I'm gonna actually spray the tester strip for a new introduction. But of course, whatever is in paper is not gonna give you the full experience. I do have this on skin. I'm actually wearing this today. And it is a very luminous, powdery, floral type scent. I think those are the three best words to describe this fragrance from the get-go: luminous, powdery, and floral. So if those three words sound appealing to you, this is a fragrance that you're definitely going to appreciate. Opens up with this cherry-like note, not very fruity or juicy like a cherry from Lost Cherry from Tom Ford, for instance. It's a rather powdery, floral, aldehydic. There's definitely a ton of aldehydes here, which is very common with Chanel fragrances, and this is definitely the case here. Aldehydic, powdery, floral, and a little bit fruity on the account of the cherry blossom. It captures the floral aspect of cherry, not so much the juiciness of cherry. Nevertheless, very classy, very sophisticated, again, with that signature Chanel vibe that we get with most Chanel fragrances. Aldehydic, powdery, very sophisticated, elegant, and very Chanel-esque. When you smell it, you know it's a Chanel. That's the case here. Even though I don't think this is a very quote-unquote youthful fragrance, I would have to say when you look at the whole range of Les Exclusifs from Chanel, this is probably going to be the most youthful fragrance within the line. Not for everyone, though. I don't think someone that's a teenager, I could be wrong, but I don't think a teenager will actually gravitate towards this fragrance. I think this is going to be mostly suited for somebody in their mid-20s, so 25 and up, to appreciate this fragrance. And again, somebody that has more of an acute seasoned taste and also appreciates Chanel type scents because of that musky powderiness, that aldehydic vibe. I don't think a young person, a youthful person, or a teenager would really gravitate towards this. This is a dressier type scent, definitely a more mature, more refined type or style of composition. As the fragrance warms up with your skin, I'd say 15 to 20 minutes into the fragrance, the florals will kick into third and fourth gear. You're gonna get a lot more floral notes, definitely muskier at this stage. The aldehydes really kick into second and third gear. You will get this nutty, almondy kind of a feel due to the heliotrope florals. This nuttiness that I'm talking about, which will give this almondy-like feel due to the heliotrope, will add this really nice, not gourmand, but nuttiness to the fragrance, making it perhaps the most appealing stage of the fragrance, at least for me. I did like the heart of the fragrance. You know, the aldehydes here with the heliotrope gave this almondy-like feel, almost like a marzipan candy, but not overly sweet, not overbearing, not very gourmand territory. Still floral, musky, and aldehydic, but with the almond giving it somewhat of a very appealing texture, at least for me. This is the stage that I like the fragrance the most. Still with that cherry sweetness up top, but floral, not very juicy or fruity, but that cherry almondy combination was quite pleasant. The dry down on my skin is very powdery, definitely aldehydic, and definitely floral. That cherry nuance that I got from the beginning is still present here, but in a very airy way, mostly in the background. The aldehydic, floral, almondy, nutty nuance is what really stayed present on my skin. This was not a screamer of a fragrance. It does push very nice for the first hour and a half or two, especially if you spray your clothes, you're gonna get a real nice sillage. But the longevity, this fragrance was about 6 to 7 hours. It will stay closer to the skin, almost like a nice cashmere sweater or a second skin type of a vibe. It's something very close to you, very warm, very cozy. There's no vanilla listed here, but the powderiness that you get, the sweetness, powderiness that you get, especially in the dry down phase, will give you this vanillic kind of a powdery vanilla sort of a, you know, dry down, which is very appealing, very cozy, very warm, very cocoony, very nice, very attractive. But I would say this is very good for warm situations, like when you want to get close to somebody, you know, romantic settings. Right? A personal second skin, you know, type of a feel that you're going to get here is going to be amazing, which I think a lot of Chanel fragrances, especially from this collection, will provide, and this here, no different. The floral nuances of this fragrance definitely makes it, for my taste, a tad bit more feminine, at least for my taste. I would wear this as I'm wearing it. I'm, you know, beginning to like it even more than I did my first impression. I wasn't really a big fan. This is starting to grow on me. It's starting to, like, if I want to get something cozy, warm, cocooning, like a second skin type of a feel, like a cashmere feel, you know, powdery vanilla kind of a situation with the cherry sweetness and nuttiness of the almond. This is a nice scent. It's still not something that I absolutely loved, but it is quite unique for what it is. There's not many things out there that will do what this does. I like the fact that they capture the cherry blossom tree aspect of the fragrance along with the musky, aldehydic, and powdery nuances, making it for a really nice addition to a Les Exclusifs fan out there. This is going to be something, perhaps there's going to be nuances here of maybe Missia, which is a violet kind of a fragrance. There is some vibes here that will remind you of certain fragrances from the Les Exclusifs, of course, but this does its own thing, which is very nice. I love that uniqueness take of the musk, the aldehydic notes, the powdery cherry blossom slash almond heliotrope situation here. Quite a good release, not great. I like it, I don't love it, but it's definitely growing on me. So essentially, who would wear Comete by Chanel Les Exclusifs? Who would like this fragrance? I'd say anybody that's a big fan of Chanel overall will like this fragrance, absolutely. Someone who appreciates finer things in life, somebody who appreciates the Chanel DNA or signature profile within their fragrances will definitely like this because it stays within that wheelhouse and profile, what Chanel tends to do. So this is definitely a quote-unquote safe if you love Chanel. It's not going to be too daring or too crazy. It's going to stay within what they do and what they do well. So if you do appreciate Chanel and what they do, you're going to love this fragrance. I would say this is a more feminine scent. Somebody in their 25 and up age, you know, demographics, 25 and adult, will really appreciate this fragrance. I would say this leans a little more feminine for my taste. I don't think most gentlemen or men out there will love wearing this. Some will, of course, but I'm talking about an overall picture, in a universal appeal situation. This will definitely tend to generate more appeal and interest from the female range, 100% there. And I think as far as when would you wear this, I think this is perfection for springtime. I would say early summer and early fall, or even throughout the fall, I think it would do very well. Brisk, heavy winters, I don't think this is going to be strong enough for that. And heavy summers, I think this could be a little bit cloying and a little bit headache inducing, at least for my taste. So take it with a grain of salt. Definitely try this before you buy it. I think it's worth trying. I think you might really enjoy it. I like it. I'm liking it more. But definitely try it before you buy it. You could do that, Parfum.com, and I have it, listed below where I bought it. Of course, I got it at Chanel, but if you want to try it, a decant, if you want to wear on skin, you can do that as well. Try it, wear it, make sure you like it. If you do love it, then go ahead and get a bottle. Again, it's not something that it's within my favorite Les Exclusifs, and not even within my favorite releases of the year so far. But it is nice. I think it's worth trying on your skin. Maybe it will do wonders for you. But for me, it's an okay. It's a good release, but not great. So there you have it, guys. Let me know your thoughts below. Have you tried the new Chanel Comete from the Les Exclusifs collection? Please let me know your thoughts. Do you like this? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Any given rate, please share your thoughts below. Love to read your comments. And of course, guys, stay tuned for a lot more here on the channel. Reviews, first impressions, giveaways, you name it, I got you covered. Savings. Check out the details in the description of this video. Always a lot of great pieces of information for you to save and make the most from your fragrance journey. As always, guys, I appreciate you. If you do appreciate me and the channel, leave a like, subscribe for more, hit the bell so you get these videos straight into your feed. And of course, I will see you guys right back here with another review very soon. Take care.